Blessed be your name. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon. Welcome to worship today. Happy Pentecost. I got my Pentecost tie on, and I got my Pentecost socks on. I don't have my Pentecost red shoes this year, but we are ready to worship, and I hope that you're ready to worship too. Now, in church tradition, Pentecost means a couple of different things. Pentecost, that name, it's a Greek name for the Jewish Feast of Weeks, which was at the close of the grain harvest, 50 days after our Passover feast. We don't really celebrate it in that way. But in the early church, it was designated as the whole period of 50 days from Easter. And it became its own feast, its own celebration. We sure like to feast as a religious people, though, right? That's one thing is for sure. And I'm okay with that, especially here. It was a day where baptisms would take place. People would be brought back into the fold who had perhaps lapsed. And one of the traditions, which I'm not going to make you guys do, is in these worship services, the people were asked to stand for the entire worship service as a way to be closer, as a way to symbolize that they were ready. Now, if you want to stand for the entire service, wherever you find yourself while you're watching this, you're more than welcome to. But I think that we're going to try and get into the Holy Spirit a little bit different. Because today in celebrating Pentecost, we're going to study the Holy Spirit, the mighty, powerful Holy Spirit. We're going to look back at the power of the Holy Spirit then, but the power of the Holy Spirit in us today and what we do with that. But before we worship, I have just a couple of quick announcements. If you're here in person, please place your offerings in the offering boxes located in the back and the front of the sanctuary. And we're going to be picked up. They'll be picked up after the worship service. And then right after worship, if you would, will you take a moment just to wipe down the area that you sat in as a courtesy? And that's, I think, like I said last week, I think that during flu seasons and things like that, that might be a good practice to get in the habit of, just as an extra courtesy. So also you'll notice that there are no attendance pads at the end of pews. We'll be taking attendance during worship just by giving a quick count that way. If you're not on our email list but would like to be, let me know right after the service and I'll put your email address down and we'll get you added. Also, be sure to put your prayer requests in the comments section of the live feed. And so as our live feed, one thing, we have a brand new camera. And so we're able to adjust sound and things like that. And so this is our first worship service with our brand new camera. And so please, send comments to Sharon or me or on the Facebook page or Shane if you have his number, if things sound distorted and whatnot, because we'll be able to adjust them. So youth, 7th through 12th grade is going to begin meeting again in person this coming Monday while practicing good physical distancing, and they're going to be meeting outside. It's going to be from 6 to 7. So for more information or to be added to the GroupMe app, please contact Morgan McCormick at 575-441-0511. Men's and women's Bible study continues. For the Zoom link, you can look at our midweek article. And once again, if you're not currently signed up for that midweek article, let's get you signed up. We have one more announcement, and it comes from one of our graduating youth. And she has asked me to read this letter. Hello. My name is Ayana. You might know me as the anxious teenager sitting in the choir booth. But I'm writing this so that I may thank everyone for everything given to me while here at FUMC. I would like to thank you for having such big hearts and being so kind to me, even when I was awkward and shy. Thank you for the many prayers for me throughout the school years and health issues. Thank you for the many gifts and wishes for my successful future. I wish nothing but the best for each and every. And super creative and super smart. And let's join our voices together in singing. Let us call upon the Holy Spirit. Let us be guided by the Spirit in worship. And let us join our voices together